Hi, my name is Ashley Scher. I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund, and today we're going to explore the Sutras of Patanjali. So Sutra number 2.46, or Book 2, Sutra 46 of Book 2, in English reads as follows. Asana is a steady, comfortable posture. So asana means a posture that brings comfort or steadiness. Any pose that brings this comfort and steadiness is an asana. If you can achieve one pose, that is enough. Right now I'm sitting in easy seat or Sukhasana, and so that is an asana. It may sound easy, but in how many poses are we really comfortable and steady? As soon as we sit in a particular position, there's a small cramp here, a tiny pain there. We have to move this way and that way. Continuously, we are reminded that our legs, hands, hips, and spine are uncomfortable. We fidget. Unless the body is perfectly healthy and free from all toxins and tensions, a comfortable pose is not easily obtained. Physical and mental toxins create stiffness and tension. Anything that makes us stiff can also break us. Only if we are supple will we never break. This reminds us of the relationship between a tree and a weed. Both grow swiftly by a jungle river. One day the tree looks down at the tiny weed and says, "Hey, you puny little creature, why do you stand near me? Aren't you ashamed to be by my side?" See how great, how big, how tall I am, how sturdy and strong. Even an elephant cannot move me. But look at you, ha! You shouldn't have come here. People will see the difference and laugh at you. Why don't you move somewhere else? The weed bent its head. "Tree," said the weed, "what can I do? I didn't come here purposely. I just happened to be here. I know I'm not as strong and as stiff as you, but please pardon my presence." "All right," boomed the big tree, "but just remember your place." This conversation happened during the rainy season. The very next day, a heavy rain came, inundating the jungle and causing a terrible flood. When a river floods, it erodes the banks and pulls all down in its way. Coming such force, the water pulled down the great tree instantly. But the weed bent down, flattened itself completely, and let the water run over it. When the flood passed, the weed rose up again, looking this way and that way, wondering what happened to that great big tree. "I don't see it." From far away, it heard the tree's reply, "I'm being pulled down the water. I should have been humble and simple and supple like you. Now I'm being destroyed." What we need is the strength of steel, but with steel's flexibility, not like crude iron, which is very strong and hard but breaks. The body must be so supple that it can bend the way you want it to. Such a body will always be healthy and tension-free. The moment we sit down for meditation in such a body, we'll forget it. In order to achieve such a meditative pose, we may practice many preliminary cultural poses. This is why Hatha Yoga was created. People trying to sit quietly found that they couldn't sit still. They encountered pain, stiffness, bile, gas, etc., and thought, what is the reason for these things? And how can we get rid of them? They realized it was due to toxins from eating the wrong foods at the wrong times and in the wrong quantities. These people pondered, when is the proper time to eat? They formed the yogic diet, free of meat, fish, eggs, stimulants, and excessive use of spices. I'm not advocating any particular diet. I'm just relaying ancient yogic texts with modern interpretations in an effort to encourage your own critical thinking, because at the end of the day, what matters is not this particular sutra, but what matters is that you're the master of your own mind, and that you're thinking for yourself, breathing, and coming to the best decisions for you. The next problem was what to do with the toxins already inside the body. They concluded that these could be gotten rid of by squeezing the body in all different directions. For example, they found that the way to cleanse the liver, spleen, and intestines was by doing the forward bending pose, which is the bending forward and crushing the stomach a bit. If this wasn't enough, they developed a mudra to crush it more. If toxins were still present, they came up with the peacock pose. If this still wasn't good enough, they created the stomach lift and the stomach churning. When the spine was stiff and didn't want to move, they employed postures that bent it forward and backwards, sideways, and upside down. Although Hatha Yoga is several thousands of years old, it never becomes outdated. The truths of it are always current. They are like gold. Although other things lose their value according to time, gold is always the same. Thank you for your time. Namaste.